What do you think that why did Argentina won over French team?
Sir, I would say that is because of the leadership quality which Lionel Messi played.
Welfare measures that these central armed police forces are taking in order to provide a better service conditions to the serving personals of central armed police forces.
What will be the usefulness of your sports and your sports experience? For football is a teamwork game.
Some particular scheme that these central armed police forces they are implementing for the welfare of the personals.
Why do you want this life?
When I thought about to enter the forces, sir, I knew that I have to leave the materialism, sir.
And where this ITBP academy is situated?
You've got all men battalion and there is an incident of sexual harassment. Being a leader, how would you solve this situation?
So if something like this happens, sir, first of all, I will talk to them. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Shobit, Germany, right?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Javarani.
Javarani, sorry. So you're from Bareilly basically, right? Can you please tell me the historical significance of Bareilly and Muradabad? And there's an area called, I remember, there's a significant area between that. What is the historical, and please tell me the 19th century significance of Muradabad as well as the Bareilly, please.
Sir, Muradabad and Bareilly both have played very important role in the history of India. Muradabad and Bareilly, sir, if we see the basic difference or the basic vital role they played was in the 1857 revolt, sir. So we had Khan Bahadur Zafar Khan who was the leader from Bareilly, and he marched his contingent to Delhi for the 1857 revolt on the 10th May, sir. So that was the most important part which Bareilly and Muradabad played. Secondly, sir, the region between the Muradabad and Bareilly. So first of all, I would like to clarify that Bareilly is on the east of Muradabad, but there is also one district which lies between them, that is Rampur, sir. Coming to the what Rampur is mainly known for, sir, I am not aware of that.
Do you know any historical place which is famous in Rampur about the Nawabam Rampur?
No, sir.
Okay, so you play football also, right?
Yes.
So football, last year we had Football World Cup, right? Which team won? Okay, Argentina won.
Yes, sir.
Over the other team. It was France.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me why? Because French team was better organized. It was a team as a team, but Argentina was a one team show. That's what people say. What do you think that why did Argentina won over French team?
Sir, I would say that is because of the leadership quality which Lionel Messi played. And sir, the basic what a leader has to do is to connect the team and bring coordination. So Messi was able to bring that coordination amongst his team. Sir, we know how French team scored 1-0 and still they were losing hope. So Messi was there to come up, cheer for his team and motivate his team, sir. So that I think played a vital role, and then we saw the penalties and how Messi scored the last penalty and they all won, sir.
Sir.
Hi, Shobit. Hi. Let me ask you a very questions from the recent current affairs. Have you heard about the Manipur violence?
Yes.
Can you just tell me, because you must have heard about that in this recent clash in Manipur has happened, one of our Cobra Commando, he got killed there. So what is the role of Cobra Commando? What is special Cobra Commando? And if somebody, let's say, he's getting killed, then what the government is doing for him?
Okay, sir. Sir, first of all, I would never use the term kill for the Cobra Commando, sir. It's smarter. Secondly, sir, I would like to inform that CRPF, sir, which is the part of CAPF, there we have a special elitist force called Cobra, sir. So Cobra is mainly known for its jungle operations, sir, jungle warfare, which we say. And this is mainly for the anti-Naxalite thing, sir. So Cobra comes from there only, sir.
And my second question was, what the government is doing in case if somebody is getting martyred? So what is there any policy do we have? And who does this, the state government or the central government?
Sir, I am not aware of the policy, but I can give a guess, sir.
Please do.
Sir, there is a compensation which is called for by the state and the center both, sir.
Hmm.
Both give their own compensation, sir.
Okay. How old are you?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
Sir, I am 25 years old.
Have you heard about Manoj Pandey? Manoj Pandey.
Sir, our army chief? Yes, sir.
Who was he? Can you tell me about him? And what was his age when he martyred?
Sir, Manoj Pandey, army chief, sir.
Not the army chief, Manoj Pandey, the one who was called Paramveer Chakra.
No, sir.
Captain.
Captain Manoj
No,
Pandey.
sir, I am not.
You're
I
not
have
aware.
heard his name, but I don't know.
You're not
more
aware
about
of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Ma'am.
So with
Hi, ma'am.
so as I can see, a majority portion of your DAF is dominated by football, and your experience it's quite remarkable. What will be the usefulness of your sports and your sports experience in your future job? What qualities are you going to take forward?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, football is a teamwork game. So if a leader knows his team, for example, if I come into the forces, tomorrow I will be having seniors and the Jawans under me. So I would have to play the teamwork role ranging from my seniors to my juniors. So first quality is that. Secondly, ma'am, I have learned many experiences from football. Sometimes we are winning, sometimes we are losing. But when we are living, the graph should be maintained. And when we are losing, again the graph should be maintained. So this is called balancing, ma'am. So a leader should be a balanced person here. And that is what I will try to maintain in the forces by myself also and my Jawans also.
So when did the East India Company take over Bareilly under its control? Which year?
Ma'am, it was in 1857 only, if I am not wrong. But I'm not sure the exact date.
Right. So could you recall when was the cantonment established in Bareilly?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, Shobet, what are your preferences? ITBP, your first preference?
Yes,
And then BSF.
BSF.
So, my question to you, what are the welfare measures that these Central Armed Police Forces are taking in order to provide a better service conditions to the serving personals of Central Armed Police Forces?
Okay, sir. Sir, first of all, we have the modernization plan 4 for the CAPFs, and that is basically we are trying to modernize the CAPF. Coming to the ITBP, sir, there is what we see nowadays is going on that the seniors are having more conversations because there was we saw historically that there was coming a gap. So we saw the suicide and fratricidal cases in the forces. So we are trying to maintain that in the forces, and for that maintaining the gap, first of all there is coordination between them. Then good leaves are being given if in the emergency someone of if the army or the personnel's family someone is getting
Some particular scheme that these Central Armed Police Forces they are implementing for the welfare of the personals.
Sir, I can recall only modernization plan. Apart from it, I am not aware.
You are not aware, right? Tell me, what is Mission San Rakshika?
No, sir.
What is San Rakshika?
I am not heard.
Okay, and why you have chosen ITBP? I think you better suit for the BSF because of your whole attire and your personality. So this is ITBP your first preference. Tell me 3 specific reasons for that.
Sir, first of all, I keep all the forces as equal for me.
No, but
still,
you have given first preference
Yes,
to ITBP, no?
Yes, sir. I have 3 reasons for it, sir.
Hmm.
First is that, sir, ITBP, I have in Bareilly, I have seen the ITBP camp. There is ITBP camp. So I have experienced I have seen their life. And whenever we friends used to go from that road, so the shine comes into our eyes. So one motivation was that, sir. Second, I being a sporty person, sir, wanted to come into the ITBP because mandatory part of the training is the skiing and rock climbing and the adventurous life. So that was the second motivation for me. Third, sir, ITBP gives a wide range of opportunities also. So we see how in Mount Everest our Jawans are hiking, sir. So that also motivated me, sir.
Okay, when did you realize that this is my true passion? I mean, the armed forces that you would like to join it.
So
Uniformed
specifically
services.
CAPF?
No, any armed force.
Sir, it was in 2016, sir, when riots occurred in my city, sir. So motivation came from there only. So when army was deployed, the CRPF RAF was deployed in my city. So that time I saw for the first time, sir, the army working and the discipline which they were about to bring.
Right.
So that motivated me.
And
2016,
which particular force is responsible to control the riots?
Sir, it's CRPF RAF, Rapid Action Force.
Okay. And what we call the second name of RAF?
No, sir, I'm not aware.
Okay. So now tell me, how many battalions are there in CRPF?
No, sir, I'm not aware.
Not aware. Okay.
I have a simple question for you. What is your roll number?
Sir, 5400530.
RID number?
What, sir?
RID number? There's a number.
Yes, sir, I'm reading.
Yeah.
But I'm not aware about.
Can you please recall?
Sir, I can try to. I will give a random guess,
please
but
do
I
that.
don't know. Sir, it's starting from 2, sir. 2000000 something, sir.
Something.
And it's a long number, sir.
It's a long.
10, 12.
Can you tell me what Salva Judum is?
What, sir?
Salva Judum?
No, sir, I'm not.
Salva Judum. Okay. It is often said that by the World Bank that Naxalism is a development issue rather than a security issue. I repeat, Naxalism is a development issue rather than a security issue. What is your take on that?
Sir, I believe this is partial right and partial wrong, sir. India also maintains the two approaches, sir. One is security related, one is development related. So this is partial right, sir, for me.
Do you think that what is the ranking of India in Global Hunger Index? If you could tell me.
Sir, I can recall the 2019 sir ranking.
Please.
Sir, it was 102 out of 117, sir.
Sure.
Sir, 2019 rankings I can recall, sir.
10.
102 out of 117.
Okay. You are you are in the internal security of governor of any state, XYZ. You suddenly find that there is a mob coming towards governor. What will be your immediate reaction?
Sir, can you repeat the question, please?
You are in the VIP security of governor of some state. Then suddenly a uncontrolled mob comes towards governor, aggressive mob, I would say. What will be your take on that? Immediate reaction.
So my immediate reaction would be to evacuate the governor first. I will, sir, there would be cars for him, the convoy, sir. First of all, I will try to keep him inside that. So his security is maintained. Now I and my Jawans would be stationed outside the car, outside the convoy, sir. And we will try to keep them, sir,
The point
behind
is
the
to
convoy.
take him till the car. It will be 100 meters, 50 meters. How would you do that?
Sir, I will stand outside the car and I will not
No. How would you take him through the crowd?
Okay, so I have to
Through
take
the
him.
crowd, yes.
Sir, I will call all my Jawans. We will all be in one place, and sir, we will encircle him, and then we will take him.
Okay.
हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, तो आई होप आपको ये मॉक इंटरव्यू काफ़ी ज़्यादा नॉलेजेबल और फ्रूटफुल लग रहा होगा और काफ़ी चीज़ें जो है आपको सीखने को इस मॉक इंटरव्यू से मिल रही होगी. मेरे यहाँ पे आने का कारण बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, दैट इज़ टू मेक यू रियलाइज कि क्या डिफरेंस होता है उन बच्चों में जिनके पास नॉलेज बहुत सारी होती है, ठीक ठाक पर्सनालिटी भी होती है, लेकिन फिर भी वो 100+ मार्क्स स्कोर नहीं कर पाते. तो ये जो ट्रिक है ये आपको मैं बता रहा हूँ ताकि आप इसको सिंसियरली फॉलो करो, 100+ मार्क्स लेकर आओ और अपने पेरेंट्स को प्राउड फील करो और खुद को भी रिलैक्स करो कि बहुत अब स्ट्रगल हो गया है ना जिंदगी में, 2-3 साल का आपने मेहनत तो की होगी यहाँ तक पहुँचने के लिए, तो आप उसको फुल स्टॉप करिए. ठीक है, तो वो ट्रिक क्या है? वो ट्रिक है बच्चों, और इसका सिग्निफिकेंस भी मैं आपको बताने वाला हूं. दैट इज कि टू नो ईच एंड एवरी टेक्निकलिटीज ऑफ द सेंट्रल आर्म पुलिस फोर्सेस, राइट. इसमें मेरे कहने का मतलब है कि जब आपको ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में हर चीज पता होगी. अच्छा, हर चीज का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर जाएंगे और वहां पे पूछ के आएंगे, नहीं. जो भी ऑफिशियल डेटा है अगर आपको उसकी नॉलेज है, दैट मींस व्हाटएवर द आंसर यू विल बी गिविंग टू द इंटरव्यूअर्स वो यूनिक आंसर हो जाएगा. क्यों यूनिक आंसर होगा? क्योंकि इतनी डिटेल में बाकी बच्चों ने सिंसियरली नहीं पढ़ा होगा जितना आपने पढ़ा है। और ये सबसे पॉजिटिव पॉइंट है, सबसे अच्छा पॉइंट है उन बच्चों के लिए जो एक एवरेज पर्सनालिटी, मतलब उनके पास नॉलेज इतनी ज्यादा नहीं होती है, राइट? इतनी ज्यादा फ्लुएंसी नहीं होती कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स में, लेकिन फिर भी दे स्कोर 100+ मार्क्स। रीजन ओनली वन, बिकॉज दे हैव अ कंप्लीट आइडिया अबाउट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। कैसे बताता हूं, देखिए सेंट्रल आर्म पुलिस फोर्सेस की वेबसाइट, MHA की वेबसाइट है। यहां पे फॉर एग्जांपल मेरा फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस CISF होगा, है ना, सपोज कर लीजिए CISF है, तो व्हाट आई विल बी डूइंग इज मैं CISF के अंदर क्लिक करूंगा और मेरे को ये CISF की वेबसाइट खोल जाएगी। बच्चों मैं ना यहां से एक एक चीज आई विल बी गोइंग थ्रू ईच एंड एवरी डिटेल ऑफ CISF, ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने आपने देखा होगा कि एक मैन पावर से रिलेटेड सवाल पूछा जाता है, व्हाट इज द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ CISF? नाउ हियर इज द डिफरेंस। एक स्टूडेंट बोल रहा है सर CISF की जो स्ट्रेंथ है, CISF हैविंग द पर्सनल्स ऑफ 1 लाख टू 2 लाख, 1 to 2 लाख। एक स्टूडेंट वो आंसर दे रहा है, एक स्टूडेंट बोल रहा है इट विल बी अराउंड सर 1,70,000, एंड एक स्टूडेंट ये आंसर दे रहा है कि सर इट इज एग्जैक्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द ऑफिशियल डेटा ऑफ CISF वेबसाइट, इट इज 1,73,355। आप मुझे बताइए कौन सा आंसर होगा जिसमें कॉन्फिडेंस झलकेगा, कौन सा आंसर होगा जिसमें क्लैरिटी ऑफ माइंड झलकेगी, कौन सा आंसर होगा जो ये बता रहा है कि मुझे इस फोर्स के अंदर जाना है बिकॉज आई हैव अ कंप्लीट नॉलेज, आई एम सो क्यूरियस टू नो ईच एंड एवरी फैक्ट ऑफ द CISF, है ना? तो आपका ये जो आंसर है, क्योंकि इट इज गिवन इन ऑन द ऑफिशियल साइट, सो व्हाई कांट वी गिव दिस प्रिसाइज आंसर दैट रिप्रेजेंट योर कॉन्फिडेंस इन फ्रंट ऑफ द SSS? व्हाई कांट वी गिव दिस आंसर, राइट? चलिए, इसके अलावा फॉर एग्जाम्पल अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर यार, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई कैन मैं आपको ये भी गाइड करता हूं कि आप ये सारी चीजें भी देखिए कि अवार्ड ऑफ DG कमेंडेशन, DIG मेडल, लिस्ट ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स जिनको बुलाया गया, तो अच्छा आप लिस्ट ऑफ कैंडिडेट क्यों पढ़ेंगे, है ना? सो इसमें आपने ये सारी चीजें में से फिल्टर कर लेनी है कौन कौन सी इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें। फॉर एग्जाम्पल किसी भी CISF पर्सनल को कोई अवार्ड मिला, कोई गैलेंट्री अवार्ड मिला, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। यू कैन मेंशन his name in front of the SSRs कि सर because of his उसने जो SOP किया and after successfully performing that SOP standard operating procedure, उसको जो है CSF पर्सनल को एक अवार्ड मिला, राइट? तो ऐसे ऐसे यूनिक आंसर्स कैसे बनेंगे? यही से बनेंगे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपसे ये पूछा जाता है कि व्हाट आर द वेलफेयर मेजर्स दैट CISF पर्सनल्स, CSF जो पर्सनल्स के लिए लिए जा रहे हैं बाय द सेंट्रल आर्म पुलिस फोर्सेस, व्हाट आर द वेलफेयर मेजर्स? सो हर कोई ये बोलेगा कि आयुष्मान भारत है, ये सामने दिख रहा है आपको, कहाँ पे दिख रहा है? नीचे आयुष्मान CAPF बोलेगा बच्चा, है ना? बट a lot of things that are specifically mentioned in this website, बहुत सारी चीजें, संरक्षिका प्रोग्राम है जो आप देख सकते हैं, ठीक है? ई ग्रंथ क्या होता है वो आप देख लीजिए, राइट? a lot of things are there, ठीक है? what is one earth, one family, one future, what is this, है ना? तो बच्चों I am just commanding you, guiding you to have a complete knowledge about the Central Armed Police Forces individually. अपने नोट्स बना लीजिए, एक एक चीज देख लीजिए। जैसे एक एक चीज देखेंगे आपको और ज्यादा क्यूरियोसिटी जागना शुरू हो जाएगी एंड यू विल सी कि आपके आंसर्स में यूनिकनेस आ जाएगी, और वो यूनिकनेस जो है, वो एज जो है विल गिव यू एक्स्ट्रा मार्क्स इन दी इंटरव्यू, राइट? सो बच्चों अगर आपको इसी स्टैंडर्ड का इंटरव्यू चाहिए, इफ यू वांट कि हमें इसी स्टैंडर्ड का इंटरव्यू चाहिए और वी वांट द प्रॉपर गाइडेंस आल्सो, इंटरव्यू गाइडेंस प्रोग्राम हम लोग जो चला रहे हैं, उस इंटरव्यू गाइडेंस प्रोग्राम के अंदर आपको एनरोल करना है, तो मैं आपको प्रोसेस बता देता हूं। आपको सिंपल काम क्या करना है, यू जस्ट नीड टू डू वन थिंग, दैट इज टू मेल अस, ठीक है? आपको मेल करना है और कुछ नहीं करना, दैट्स इट, यू जस्ट नीड टू डू द मेल, राइट? मेल कहां पे करना है वो मैं आपको बता देता हूं स्पेसिफिकली कहां पे मेल करना है। दैट इज मेल योर DAF, डिटेल्ड एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म। इस डिटेल एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म के साथ साथ अपना नाम भी वो कर दीजिएगा। इसको आपने मेल करना है टू CAPF AC मिशन, CAPF AC मिशन @gmail.com। और मैं आपको बता देता हूं कि हमने 2021 के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी काफी बेहतरीन तरीके से इंटरव्यूज कंडक्ट किए थे, और उनके रिजल्ट्स भी आए, और अभी जो है आपके लिए हम जुट चुके हैं। तो आपने काम क्या करना है, अपना जो डैप है और अपना जो नाम है वो आप इस मेल आईडी पे भेजिए, दैट इज CAPF AC mission@gmail.com। क्या है? CAPF AC mission@gmail.com, @gmail.com। ठीक है। सो आई होप आपको ये चीज जो है बहुत फ्रूटफुल लगी होगी, एंड अब आप कंटिन्यू रखिए अपना मॉक इंटरव्यू। थैंक यू। जय हिंद।
Shobit,
Yes.
everybody talks about here your sports background. You've got amazing skills here, and you love football. I'm sure you would know the difference between sportsmanship versus the gamesmanship.
What is the?
Gamesmanship. So, what's the difference between sportsmanship and a gamesmanship?
Sir, I have not heard the second term, but first term I have heard. So if you
What's-
allow me, yes. Sir.
Yes, please.
So sportsmanship is something that the ethics which the sports require.
Okay.
So for example, I would like to quote
Sure.
example from my personal life, sir. So there was a penalty which was being given by the referee, which was wrong. Our team knew it was wrong. So we took the penalty outside the box. We didn't score the goal. So that is sportsmanship, sir, for me.
All right. Any example that any of your favorite footballer or maybe cricketer, anybody who follows this sportsmanship?
Yes, sir. I can recall in last year, sir, Afghanistan wicketkeeper was given the sportsmanship award because when the runners were running, one of the runners fell from the pitch because of some stone or something. So the wicketkeeper did not bowl him, sir. So he was not out, sir.
My next question is, you are heading a battalion, and there is an incident of sexual violence, bullying and sexual violence, and there's no women in that group. There's no women in that group. You've got all men battalion, and there is an incident of sexual harassment as well as bullying. Being a leader, how would you solve this situation? Because at the end of the day, we have to serve the country.
Sir, first of all, in my battalion, I would ensure that we all are like brothers and teammates, sir. So if something like this happens, sir, first of all, I will talk to them. I will know the full reason behind that. And if I see a culprit, I will talk to him then personally, and I will instruct him to not do so, and I will get punishments if required, sir.
Do we have any rules, maybe in the code of conduct in the forces against this sexual harassment?
Sexual harassment. Sir, we have this POSH Act. Apart from it, I am not aware, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So, Shobit, what, according to you, is the Indian government currently doing, or what efforts is the Indian government taking in order to promote tribal development in India? Can you talk about any 3 points?
Ma'am, first of all, in the budget, there was a provision of Startup India. So, Stand Up India, sorry. So that in that we are promoting the self-help groups and the other tribals to come into the industrial sector. We are giving them collateral-free loans. So first is that. Second, ma'am, there is a scheme called DNRLM. So Deen Dayal Yojana, National Livelihood Rural Mission. So in that also tribals are being encouraged. The women tribals basically are encouraged to form SHGs, and from that they can open any cottage industry or whatever they want. Thirdly, ma'am, there is umbrella schemes going on. For example, we have, ma'am, aspirational districts program. So we are trying to see what is the most poor or the economic backward district in the state, and then we are trying to develop that. So
All right.
from that also development would come.
Right. And regarding the geopolitical issues, in recent years or in the recent times, what one incident or one episode that you can recall where you felt that India took a fair stand in facilitating international peace?
Now I would like to take 1 minute.
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, first, ma'am, recently we saw the G20 foreign ministers meeting. So in that, the SCO meeting, in which the Pakistan foreign minister who came to India, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, he talked about the terrorism. So there, in the SCO summit, our MEA, Jaishankar ji, he very remarkably said that you are not the member of G20 and you are promoting the terrorism. So that is what I feel is the right step which India took in the recent.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, Shobit, I'll again come to your preferences, your second preference is BSF, right? So a lot of personals from the BSF, they join, they go for deputation to NSG, right? Will you also go with this process?
Yes, sir, my ultimate aim to enter the CAPF is to join the NSG.
NSG, okay, okay. So what is the process to join the NSG?
Sir, there are deputations which are taking place for the NSG.
Okay.
50% of the personnel are coming from the army and 50% the CAPF is contributing. So
Okay.
for deputation from the CAPF, we have to serve about 10 years, which I have heard, but there is no official thing which is telling this. So 10 years service I have to do in any forces, and then I can enter. But they will also see how many years I have stayed in the high altitude or the
Okay, okay.
extreme areas.
So you just mentioned that you started this process of getting into the armed forces in the year of 2016,
Yes.
right? Since it's a long time that you have taken. So when which exam that you have given for getting into this?
So 2016 I gave ND exam.
ND exam, right? So how many SSBs that you have appeared for?
Sir, I was not able to clear the written part for the NDA.
Okay, and then?
But I gave the CDS, and till now, if only I see the CDS, I have given, sir, 3 SSBs.
Okay, 3 SSBs, and what was the outcome?
Sir, I was not recommended.
Recommended means you got a screen out all the time.
No, sir, conference out.
A conference out. Okay, so this might be your last attempt, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what is your backup option then? Because you have done just BCom and then
Sir, MA Economics.
MA Economics. I don't think that you'll get a good job just doing MA Economics academic. What is your backup option then?
So first of all, I feel in MA Economics also there are good
Okay.
opportunities.
Okay.
But coming to the backup plan, sir, first of all, I think that I would not require the backup plan because I would get into the forces. But still, if nothing happens in my favor, then sir, I have only one idea, which is not into implementation stage, but that is only an idea in my mind. I would try to open an El Clasico cafe, sir.
Okay.
So in that, I have 2 things. I've thought about 2 things. First of all, live streaming of football, and
No,
it would
you
work
need
as cafe.
investment also, na? Initial investment
Yes.
to set up such a big thing. So where will you get that investment?
Sir, Abhi, for now, I am not thought about anything because my only preference at the present stage is to enter the CAPF, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. My last question to you is that how many ADGs are working under the DG of CRPF?
No, sir, I am not aware of the exact number.
Okay, and where this ITBP Academy situated?
Sir, it's in Mussoorie.
Mussoorie. Okay. Some special thing about ITBP. Some missions they have undergone, or something. Some operations they have undergone. What is so special about ITBP?
So for me, ITBP is special because we not only secure the Indo-Tibet border, but we are special because we work in many ranges. So first of all, we are also called Himveers. So we are the first responders for in case of natural calamities, sir. Secondly, sir, apart from securing the borders, we are also responsible for the maintaining of the standard of living of the border villages. So the people, sir.
Right,
And
right.
and I would like to quote an example also, sir, if you allow.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Sir, there is a village called Mana village in the Chamoli district, sir, in Uttarakhand. So that district during the winters, all the population go downwards, sir. So ITBP is the only force which guard all the borders, all the villages in that place, sir.
Okay.
Only ITBP is there. No village population is there, sir. So this is something outstanding, I would say, sir.
Right, right. My last question to you is what is the difference between the company and the battalion?
Sir, battalion, if we see the organizational structure, battalion is above than the company, sir.
How many personals are there?
Sir, I am not sure about the
Okay,
person.
You talked about Mana village, Chamoli. Do you know any place which is which is very famous for the natural beauty there, which is very famous? There's a place near Mana, Chamoli, which is very famous in the world for the scenic beauty and for other purposes also.
Sir, I can take a guess.
Please.
Sir, it's a Valley of Flowers,
Very
if I'm
good,
not
very
wrong.
good, very good. Do you know Chunni Goswami and I am Vijayan?
No, sir.
You are interested in Indian football or?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who's the defense of Indian football team, national team? Main defender. I'm not talking about right back or left back. I'm talking about the defenders.
Sir, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But sir, I play football instead
It's
of
perfectly
watching.
fine.
Sir.
It's perfectly fine. You have done your economics masters. So there was a Great Depression in 2008, if you could remember.
Yes.
There was another depression in 1930s when post First World War. So what was the impact of the Second World War, 1930s, on the Second World War? Please be very precise.
So can you repeat the last
What
one?
was the impact of the Great Depression of 1930s in the Second World War?
Sir, the financing was the biggest problem which I could see, because after the October 1930 Great Depression, sir, financing, the banks were all into NPAs, and for that they were not able, any country, sir, for example UK also, it came out of India also for that reason. So they were not able to get the finance to fight the war. That is the main thing, sir.
There was a famous program which American government took, which India followed. What was that program?
Sir, I can take a guess
Please.
in that. Sir, we PDS system, sir, public distribution system. We gave the wheats from the US, sir.
Okay. Do you know something about Samadhan doctrine?
Samadhan doctrine. Yes, sir. It's one of the development activities which the government of taking for the Naxalites.
Can you elaborate on Samadhan? What Samadhan is?
No, sir. The full
It
form
hasn't-
I'm.
okay.
But sir, 1-2 words I can remember. Like there is one point of governance, accountability, but I'm not sure about the full form, sir.
Thank you. Shobit, you must have heard about this recent news about 2,000 rupees note
Yes.
will no longer be a part of our bags, purse, wallets, right? So since you being a master's in economy, you are being an economics student, what is the long-term impact of bigger note currency declining in India?
Sir, I think this step is a good step by the government, because, sir, in economics we use a term called reverse helicopter drop of money. So that is what we are taking away the bigger notes. And sir, it is also seen that most of the population in India lies in rural areas. And sir, it is very evident from we also have experienced that bigger notes no one was using, sir, because there was a issue ki, sir, in Hindi I can say, sir, ki paisa todwana hota hai, sir. So we were not able to get that in exchange, sir, in 2,000 rupees, sir. So that was the issue with the people of the India was facing. So it's a good step, sir.
Okay. My last question to you is, Shubhit, why do you want this life? Why do you want this life? I mean, you have to stay away from your home. You have to stay away from your family, from your kid. And unfortunately, when you will get martyred, government might pay 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 lakh rupees. And then I think hardly people will not remember you. Simultaneously, if you go into other fields, you might earn great money. You might earn great knowledge, great connections. And who knows that where you are? You're 25 years of age, you've got bright future here. This is the world of information. AI is driving the world. Then why you wanted to go in special forces and all?
Sir, on the point that nobody will remember, sir, I would like to say that when I thought about to enter the forces, sir, I knew that I have to leave the materialism, sir. So that is the first thing. And defense forces never talks about materialism, never thinks about materialism. So that is, we are away from that. Secondly, sir, I would say that this life I want because, sir, I have been seeing this life since many years. I've been trying to enter the forces, and every day my love for the forces has been increasing only. And about what the people would think, the society will remember me or not, what my parents will get the compensation. Sir, I have never, frankly speaking, I have never thought about it. My parents also have never thought about it, and the ultimate aims are to serve the Bharat Mata, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, Shobit, I would like to know that, so currently, as we all know, we all have been hearing, reading in the newspapers that America is it's been hit hard, or there's this primitive level of recession that is going on in America, and UK, Canada being the next countries on the brink of the Great Recession. But then they say that India will not quite be impacted by it. So I am not well versed in economics or economic theories. Could you please, in very basic terms, make it understand to me that why is India not on the danger of in the danger of recession?
Ma'am, there is a term called structural reforms which India took. Structural reforms, for example, in very basic thing. For example, we took labor reforms. For example, we are taking ease of doing business reforms. So that is why the government has been taking these type of reforms, so that our industries, if problems like COVID which came, problems like Russia-Ukraine crisis which came, problems like Chinese lockdown which came, which impacted the US, but is not impacting the India because we took the structural reforms like these. So our industries, there is no lack of flow of credit. Their good steps have been taken on the right direction, and so we are on the right path as compared to US and other countries which are impacted.
Right, but I've also read, like in layman terms, we hear that because India is one of the biggest, India holds one of the biggest black markets in the world. Hence, even during the COVID lockdown, we were not badly hit by circulation and logistical issues were not there. And these big countries, because they do not have a black market like that, so that is why these problems, generally hit these countries. What do you have to say about that?
Ma'am, I would say that in black marketing case, there has been no official document for the India, sir, ma'am. So I don't think that is true for
So
India.
you deny its existence in India?
Definitely. Not, I would say that there is not that much which is being showed in the media outlets of US and European countries. That is not the case with India, and definitely we are giving numbers also, ma'am. World Bank, IMF, RBI, Economic Survey, everyone is saying India is on the first number on the leading economies of the world today.
So GDP-wise, we are at what rank right now in the world?
Yes, ma'am.
GDP-wise, we are at what rank in the world right now, India?
Ma'am, on the leading emerging economies, we are on the first rank, but on the PPP index, if we see purchasing power parity, so we are on the 7th or 8th, ma'am. I'm not sure about the exact number.
Right. Thank you.
Right. Shobhit, so I'll be asking a last question that you thought to join the armed forces in 2016, started with the NDA exam, given the CDS exam, appeared for the SSB, now in this your last attempt for the CAPF, right? So suppose you become the assistant commandant of CRPF and take us as Jawans, and we are very much demotivated. We are not getting the leaves and whatever, means we just want to leave the organization. So how you will going to motivate us, take us as Jawans, and the way it should be demonstrated?
Sir, first of all, I would like to play games with you. Football.
No, just we are Jawans, we don't know English. So just communicate us with us in the language that we understand.
Sure, sir. भाई अपन आज खेलेंगे फुटबॉल और उसके बाद थोड़ा भागेंगे और जोश लाएंगे अपने अंदर. खाना अच्छा ही है, खाने की चिंता नहीं करनी, सोने की चिंता नहीं करनी, उठने बैठने की चिंता मैं देख लूंगा. बस हम यहाँ एक ही मकसद के लिए आए हैं. हम सब एक ही मकसद के लिए आए हैं, और भारत माता, हमें वो मकसद नहीं भूलना है. और सभी अपनी लाइफ में हार्डवर्क करते हैं. आप कल को घर जाओगे, आपको हार्डवर्क वहां भी करना है. आप कल को कहीं भी जाएंगे, आपको हार्डवर्क करना ही है. तो हार्डवर्क अपनी भारत माता के लिए क्यों नहीं करें? तो आज खेलेंगे और अपना वही मोटिवेशन दिखा देंगे. टीममेट रह के खेलेंगे. हम तुम सब भाई हैं और बहन हैं, और हम सब बस जोश में रहेंगे. और अगर कोई किसी को भी दिक्कत हो, आपका भाई यहीं है. आप कुछ भी कह सकते हैं, कुछ भी शेयर कर सकते हैं, फैमिली लाइफ कुछ भी शेयर कर सकते हैं, और बाकी मोटिवेटेड रहना है.
चलो, परफेक्ट.
Shobhit Javrani, I think I have, this thing. Body language, okay, but rest, madam would tell. Knowledge part, very good. You have this confidence thing. I've seen people in forces. Language is good. Body language, अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है, काफी. Knowledge is better. But the point is, don't point that interviewer is wrong. It shows a negative, it gives a negative vibe. Initially, you told this to sir, it's not, it said martyr. So that's a negative thing from my side. I'm not, I don't know about him. So, but the point is, you are not supposed to tell interviewer that what he's supposed to do and what he's not. If he's wrong or right, you can do it later after this. First thing, the knowledge part, you have the passion, very good. But the point is, there's a the modulation of the voice has to be. It shouldn't be go aggression. No, you shouldn't show your aggression from your eyes. Sometimes it happens is you're showing some aggression, part of aggression from your eyes. It should be a bit modulated. I'm again telling you, you're very confident. You are there, almost there. If I would say in Hindi कि जब आपने हिंदी में मैंने अपने सिपाहियों को बोला कि भाई ऐसे करते हैं, मैं भी ऐसे ही बोलता हूँ. वो ऐसा होता नहीं. We don't do it. But the point is ऐसे ही होता है. You have to treat them like brothers. That's how it goes. So ये तो आपका अच्छा है. Body language ठीक है. आपका एक you have this, what do you call it, aura of officer, which is good. I think that comes from failing in NDA and getting into CBS and stuff, which is very good. Rest they would tell. I would add certain things. I liked your confidence, the way you were sitting, and slouch tha halka sa, but it's perfectly fine. The voice modulation can be reduced. Voice modulation क्योंकि आप हम तक पहुंचा रहे हैं वो बात. It shouldn't show a bit arrogance. It shouldn't show underconfidence. There should be a thin line between all those things. Okay.
I can say that it is one of the best interviews that we have taken, right? Yes. And this is not your personality is not because of some training कि कहीं से coaching ले लिया and now you are like this. It is coming because of the struggle that you have faced since 2016. So I can easily see it. बहुत clearly visible है. So take it as your strong point, है ना? Keep on telling the assessors that I have appeared for the SSB and all that, because this is what your strength is, है ना? Your preferences are all good, है ना? ITBP, BSF, it's all good. But what about your backup option, है ना? एक practical इंसान जो होता है वो अपना backup option लेके चलता है, right? तो आपने बोला कि मैं investment करूँगा और ये सब करूँगा, but right now I'm not thinking. Just have a backup option. Right?
Sir, can I add one point?
Uh-huh.
Sir, I have tried to think about this question only for 2 days. And when any answer I am thinking of it, so sir, it is going on a negative side. लगने लग रहा है कि sir, मेरा वही interest है, CAPF मेरी first priority नहीं है. So that is why I said कि अभी I am only in a thinkful stage, it is there, but I have not thought about implementing it. But sir, what you say
but
is
your
also
age is
looking
like
right.
25, so एक mature practical बंदे के पास backup option होना चाहिए. What people assessors would love to see in that, है ना? ऐसा नहीं कि पागल इस तरीके से पागलपंती दिखाना है ये सब. Have a very practical ideas regarding that. इसके अलावा you have not a very adequate knowledge about the Central Armed Police Forces, है ना? So whatever the question we asked उसमें नहीं था, उसमें performance बिल्कुल उतना नहीं था, right? And बहुत सारी अच्छी चीजें हैं जो बाकी लोग भी आपको बता देंगे. मैं आपको लास्ट में 1-2 पॉइंट्स और बता दूंगा. सर आप बताइए.
शोभित, कैसा रहा आपकी तरफ से इंटरव्यू?
सर मेरी तरफ से it was very good, but the point which sir mentioned, I also realized while speaking that, sir.
About the Martian?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you something. Purposefully, I've felt killed, but you always maintain that decency. With full respect to you, sir. I myself would like to point out in this incident, they are called martyrs. So it's always how you say. It's not what you say. कैसे कहें वो ज़्यादा important है. क्या कहें वो नहीं matter करता.
जी sir.
है ना? अच्छा. So from your end, I think आपने कहा कि अच्छा हुआ. सर ने बता दिया कि one of the best interview we have done it. Now, so कुछ जो मैंने notes किए हैं, क्या करें पहले positive या फिर?
Any sir which you want.
Sure.
Yes.
ठीक है. So positive आपका है कि you've got commanding voice. Like when you have confidence, तो आपकी voice command होती है. Command is like कि वो सबके पास जा रही है and you have got the authority कि हाँ इस सवाल का जवाब मैं दे रहा हूँ. So आपने लगभग हर सवाल का जवाब दिया है. बहुत मेरे ख्याल से 80-20 प्रिंसिपल होगा, 20% ही नहीं दिया होगा, which is fine. ये हमारा written paper नहीं है. Simultaneously, स्माइल आपकी अच्छी है, मुस्कुराते रहिए, ठीक है? और आपने हर पैनलिस्ट को देख के मुस्कुराया भी है, मुस्कुरा के आपने हाँ ग्रीट भी किया है. अच्छा, आप आए भी हैं, वेलकम भी किया है और गुड आफ्टरनून फिर उसके बाद बैठे भी हैं. आपकी ये जेस्चर बहुत अच्छा लगा आपका, ठीक है? और कुछ और चीज़ मैं हाईलाइट करना चाहता हूँ, आपने परमिशन भी ली है, जैसे मैम ने कुछ सवाल आपसे पूछा था, तो यू टुक परमिशन फ्रॉम मी एज वेल कि सर मैं आई टेक 1 मिनट। बहुत अच्छा जेस्चर है ये, ऐसा नहीं कि सोच रहे हैं और फिर बोल दिया, ठीक है। और मिनट मत बोलिए, मिनट 60 सेकंड गो, अलाउ मी 10 सेकंड 15 सेकंड 30 सेकंड्स, ठीक है। अच्छा, ऑन दी जहाँ पे आपको काम करना है एरिया में, तो कभी कभी होता है ना कि आपने मैम ने सवाल पूछा तो आपने बोला कि लेट मी क्लैरिफाई। ये तो वही हो गया कि अच्छा रुको मैं बताता हूँ, डोंट यूज दैट वर्ड। वो थोड़ा सा लग जाता है कि अच्छा हमको क्लैरिफिकेशन दे रहा है, बताती हूँ तेरे को, ठीक है। तो लेट मी क्लैरिफाई नहीं, सो इट्स ऑलवेज हाउ यू से, ठीक है। ब्लैंक ऑन फुटबॉल, आपने सर को ये नहीं बोला कि आई एम सॉरी सर आई वाजंट अवेयर ऑफ इट अबाउट इट, मैं समझ लूंगा, जाके देख लूंगा, पढ़ लूंगा इसके बारे में। यू गॉट टोटली ब्लैंक।
Sir, can I take one point,
Sure.
sir? Sir, actually, for the interview preparation, I have done only 10 days. Abhi, I have not done the entire preparation. Football, abhi, I have to cover entire football. And World Cup also, I have seen everything. But abhi kuch revise ही नहीं है, sir. 10 days में जितना किया, उसी के साथ I am sitting here, sir.
It's not about the knowledge we are testing. It's about a gesture. If you know, तो बता देंगे आप, नहीं तो फिर आप ऑलरेडी जो सॉरी है, जो पहले आपने बाद में दिया भी है, ठीक है। और आई टू आई कॉन्टैक्ट जो है सिर्फ आप एक पैनलिस्ट के साथ कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ सब लोग बैठे हैं। आपने मैं अगर आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ तो आप सिर्फ मुझे ही देख रहे हैं, आप सिर्फ सर को देख रहे हैं, तो सबको देख लीजिए। बाद में फिर मैम पे या फिर जिस पे भी सवाल पूछ रहे हैं वो रिटर्न होके आ जाइए, बिकॉज एवरीबडी यू आर सिटिंग राइट बिफोर 4 पैनलिस्ट। सो इफ वी आर आस्किंग क्वेश्चन सो वी आर हियरिंग एज वेल कि सर क्या पूछ रहे हैं मैं भी सुन रहा हूँ, लेकिन जब आप जवाब दे रहे हो तो आप सिर्फ सर को देख के दे रहे हो। तो लास्ट में जब सर ने आपको एक केस स्टडी दी जवान वाली, उसमें आप मस्त और निखर के आए और सबको ग्रीट किया कि आओ भाई चलो खाना खाते हैं, तो उसमें आपने सबकी तरफ देखा है।
नहीं, दैट इज द बेस्ट पार्ट,
दैट वाज द बेस्ट पार्ट
एंड दैट इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट पार्ट आल्सो। ट्रांजिशन करना है ना एकदम माइंडसेट के साथ, दैट्स अ गुड थिंग,
राइट। आई थिंक दैट्स इट फ्रॉम माय एंड।
Shobit, I don't know much about economics, but I'll just say my feedback will be in 2 parts, micro and macro. I think your macro portions are good and they're really good. They're very impressive. I teach English, so I really loved your command over your language. The answer framings were great. At certain places जहाँ proper nouns हैं, जहाँ पे द लगाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपने कई जगह द, जैसे द इंडिया, द वो कई द कंट्री तो फिर भी ठीक है, द इंडिया मतलब कई जगहों मैंने वो नोटिस किया। तो एक तो थोड़ा वो ध्यान रखिएगा। कुछ आप अगर क्वेश्चंस बेसिक जो है उनकी स्क्रिप्ट बना के पढ़िए, उनको एक बार ग्रामेटिकली ज़रूर चेक करिएगा, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, you very politely you did say you very politely you said that you don't know the answer to this particular question. That was also fine. Good pauses, that was also great. And I also liked your answer on that black market question. You favored the government, you made sure that the image of the country does not get tainted. That was great. Now I'll come to the micro portions where I feel certain level of work has to be done. Whenever you didn't know the answer to a question, मुझे ऐसा लगा कई बार आपने मुंह पहले फेर लिया और फिर मुंह में बोला बहुत लो वॉल्यूम पे कि आंसर्स, तो वो ममर करने की बजाय बहुत पोलाइटली विद अ वेरी स्मॉल जस्ट अ बिट ऑफ अ स्माइल यू हैव टू से दैट आई एम सॉरी, currently I do not recall the answer to this question, I'll definitely read on it. You can say something like that. नंबर 2, बरेली के बारे में आपको 1857 से पहले का नॉलेज नहीं है। बरेली कंटोनमेंट एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्पॉट है आपके मतलब पूरे इंडिया के लिए फॉर दैट मैटर। 1801 में वहाँ पे ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने उसको टेक ओवर किया था। 1811 में वहाँ कंटोनमेंट बना था, कई सारे फोर्ट्स बनाए थे जो कि 1857 की रिवोल्ट में फिर खराब हो गए थे। और फिर so all of that history pre 1857 also has to be read, so that you have to work on. I just felt that your answer on the question of sexual harassment was not satisfactory. I don't know, it was not, it was very generic, it was very basic. It was like अगर एक बच्चा बदतमीजी कर रहा है क्लास में तो मैं उसको समझा दूंगा बदतमीजी ना कर, पर उससे आप बदतमीजी रोक नहीं सकते हो। Similarly, an action or an event as serious as this, I think a lot of a deeper level of psychological analysis has to go into it. Now at police or army level, force level, whatever goes into it, I'm sure Atul sir will be able to tell you better. Sir will be able to tell you better. But just work on that answer. And also the question ki backup plan wala. तो ये बोलने के बजाय दैट आई डोंट अग्री कि बैकअप प्लान दैट आई एमए के बाद कोई करियर ऑप्शन नहीं है, करियर ऑप्शन आपने कुछ व्हाट डिड यू
इकोनॉमिक्स
कुछ आपने ऐसा बोला, अगेन वो थोड़ा सा जो है इम्पोलाइट हो गया था। उसको पोलाइटली ऐसे बोल सकते हैं दैट सर आई वुड लाइक टू आइटरेट दैट I did my master's in economics because it does indeed have a lot of career options after this, both in private and government sectors. Private sectors you can work in, I can join an MNC and I can go work as a finance analyst or specialist executive, whatever. Government level pe you can join think tanks, you can join Niti Aayog, you can become a lecturer, you can qualify UGC NET and then you can go into research. So that way is also directly you're contributing to the growth of the country. So you say anyhow, anyway, I am going to contribute to the country, and I'm sure my degree is very well adequate to support that dream of mine.
Yes,
this is how you put it. अच्छा, posture wise slouch आपका इसलिए लग रहा है क्योंकि आप पीछे पीठ लगा के बैठे हैं, नंबर 1। तो थोड़ा सा आगे होके बैठिए, जब आप आगे होके बैठेंगे हल्का सा तो अपने आप पीठ स्ट्रेट हो गई। नंबर 2, आपके जो लेग्स हैं वो वी डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, इनको एग्जैक्टली हाँ थोड़ा सा और आई थिंक अपने नीज को थोड़ा सा और क्लोज कर दीजिए। हाँ थोड़ा, हाँ दिस इज आई थिंक अ बिट, मतलब थोड़ा और बेटर हो। द लेग्स आर मे बी टू वाइड, आई डोंट नो, इट लुक्ड वेरी वी शेप्ड। हाँ हाँ हाँ, आई थिंक दिस इज मच बेटर। दिस लिटिल यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन। लुक वाइज आई थिंक इट्स इम्पेकेबल, ग्रेट।
एक मेरा फीडबैक है यहाँ पे। जब प्लान बैकअप के बारे में बात हो रही है ना, तो शोभित सब कुछ एकदम दिल खोल के नहीं बताना होता है, थोड़ा बना भी दो कि हाँ सर मेरा है, नहीं होगा तो रेस्टोरेंट खोल लेंगे, करेंगे, मस्त चलेगा। आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू आर प्रीटी मच फोकस्ड एंड आई वी रेस्पेक्ट दैट कि यार वो फोकस है आपका, लेकिन बना दो, ठीक है, बोलते हैं लोग, थोड़ा सा फेक करते हैं लोग, सो डू इट, प्रिपेयर इट ऐसा।
और इफ यू से दैट यू हैव अ बैकअप प्लान, तो उसमें यू नीड अ प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच टुवर्ड्स दैट, बिकॉज एसएसआर साहब से पूछ लेंगे फिर, है ना। तो मैंने वैसे ही आपसे पूछा भी था, राइट। सो आपने फिर उसके बाद बोल दिया कि आई एम particularly concentrating on this particular, है ना, प्रोसेस। मैं आपको एक और चीज बताता हूँ, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, दैट इज कि डोंट एक्सपेक्ट योर इंटरव्यू की जो कि बहुत हाई लेवल सिविल सर्विसेज वाला इंटरव्यू चले जाएगा, बिकॉज यू हैव दैट डिफेंस वाला एस्पिरेशन सिंस 2016, दोबारा से बोल रहा हूँ। तो दे वुड आस्क यू अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम द आर्म्ड फोर्सेज, SRTs पूछेंगे आपसे, आपको बिल्कुल नॉलेज नहीं है अबाउट द आर्म्ड फोर्सेज, राइट। और अगर ये नॉलेज नहीं हुई तो आपसे फिर बाकी एरियाज में सवाल पूछेंगे, और उस बाकी एरियाज में सवाल पूछ के बाकी लोगों के साथ भी ऐसे ही होता है, they get general marks, right? In order to show your specific मतलब specific अपना आंसर रखना है, तो you need to have that knowledge about everything about the Central Armed Police Forces, ठीक है। So इसके ऊपर काम करो, and आपके आंसर तब जाके टेक्निकल यूनिक होंगे, and you get a lot of वो motivation to join the forces, ऐसा और ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा आपका पैशन। बस ये मेरी तरफ से तो अल्टीमेट कंक्लूजन ये रहा, ठीक है।
सर मेरे को एक चीज पूछनी है सर, whatever the questions were asked from the CAPFs, I think they were very factual sir.
So what, you know what, आप आंसर दे देंगे अच्छे अच्छे बना के आंसर, एनालिसिस वाले सवाल आंसर्स दे देंगे, और आप ये भी बोलेंगे एक तरफ कि आई एम सो फोकस्ड टू ज्वाइन द आर्म्ड फोर्सेस। फिर वहां पे एक पैनलिस्ट आपको बोलेगा कि व्हाट इज द मैन पावर, एग्जैक्ट नंबर्स ऑफ सेंट्रल आर्म पुलिस CRPF में एग्जैक्ट नंबर्स क्या हैं, और फिर अगर आपने आंसर दिया एग्जैक्ट नंबर विच इज गिवन इन द ऑफिशियल साइट ऑफ CRPF, दैट विल बी 1 + 1 equal to infinity, and then you will get 100+ marks.
Yes.
You understood? ये चीज है।
But just to add what he said, कि you were, I asked about Chunni Goswami and I am Vijayan. Chunni Goswami was there in 1953. You saw this Maidan movie coming up. So these people were there in Indian history, Indian football history. These people were the torch bearers. Chunni Goswami, who died recently, he was the captain of Indian football team in 1950s. I am Vijayan is the legend of Salgaonkar club, which recently closed. Since you showed because you've written it every now and then, football. If somebody asks you, it's a very simple question. Ma'am would agree, sir would agree. What happened? You said team spirit. Then you said Messi. So it goes, contrast. It goes in a different direction. You told me that you don't believe in you told me that it's a magic of Messi. And at the same time, you told him that it's a team spirit. So it goes contradictory. You see? So for second thing, your mother's name is Radha, your father's name is Krishna.
Yes.
Please keep this in mind because I forgot it, and it's a very historically, I
Yes,
forgot to mention it. I'm really sorry. 100 days program, 1930s, the Great Depression. 100 दिन का जो हिंदुस्तान का program है, it is derived from that. 100 दिन का रोजगार. So 100 days program, the big deal. 1930s history, depression, the Great Depression, because there was a, what do you call it, synonymity between 2008 का depression. It was compared with 2008 का, what do you call it? Second thing, because you are a major in history. Economics. You got the point. Ma'am said about Bareilly. You must know, the factual thing. Sir talked about, what do you call it? The factual parts. I asked about Salwa Jurm. Salwa Jurm, you must know. So Salwa Jurm को Google करो. I will not. आप समझ रहे हैं ना? And modulation का जो sir ने कहा. Look at his voice. He is very deep, but the point is, he's very humble. That is the thing you are supposed to do. Speak.
Yes.
Speak at somebody and speaking with somebody. There's a difference. You're speaking at somebody. You're getting the point, right?
Okay.
एक ये है जो आपने बोला था, गेम्समैन स्पिरिट आपको नहीं पता है क्या होती है, पहली बार सुना आपने. स्पोर्ट्समैनशिप तो आपने सुना है. गेम्समैन स्पिरिट ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ लोग होते हैं जो गेम्स पे फोकस करते हैं. अगर गेम्स में कोई भी बवाल हो गया तो चल मैं तेरे को बाहर देखूंगा, और फिर वो लाइफ खराब कर देते हैं. दे आर पीपल, दे हैव डन इट. ठीक है कि हाँ मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ गेम पे फोकस करूंगा, गेम में चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, कोई गिरे मरे टूटे फूटे मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं है. ये होता है गेम्समैन स्पिरिट. मैं आपसे कुछ कर दिया, बोल दिया, और आप मुझे पर्सनली ले गए, और फिर मेरे घर पे आपने कुछ लड़के भेज के मरवा दिया मेरे. ये गेम्समैन स्पिरिट होता है. स्पोर्ट्समैनशिप आपने सही बताया.
ठीक है जी.
सर आई हैव वन मोर क्वेश्चन. सर ये पूरा इंटरव्यू देख के व्हाट इज योर एनालॉजी, कितना रेंज में मेरा मार्क्स अभी एट प्रेजेंट?
डोंट थिंक अबाउट इट यार, ये सब नहीं करना है
सर. एक रफ आइडिया तो लग जाए.
नहीं रफ, हाउ वी कैन गिव यू अ रफ आइडिया, राइट? अभी आपका इंटरव्यू का डेट नहीं है. यू जस्ट कीप ऑन इम्प्रूविंग योरसेल्फ. एसएसबी में जब आपको कॉन्फ्रेंस आउट करते हैं तो व्हाट दे से कितना मार्क्स है, नहीं ऐसा तो नहीं बोलते ना. जस्ट कीप ट्राइंग फॉर नेक्स्ट टाइम, है ना? So don't think of the marks. That's it. Yes.
Also, sir, I would like to mention कि sir, in my voice, I know there is some pitch levels are high, sir.
Did somebody tell you this before?
नहीं sir, बोला नहीं, but I have myself felt. वो sir, I have to work, but sir हर बार ऐसा हो जाता है.
अच्छा कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग क्या करेंगे ना, इंडिविजुअली आपको कॉल करके बताएंगे फिर अभी, है ना?
Sure,
डन. चलो, थैंक यू.
Thank you.